Realize that you're going to be working at a homeless shelter is the reality versus what you imagine it's going to be. One of the first things that you notice when you walk into the shelter is that it's actually very clean. In fact, it smells very clean, almost too clean. Like you almost feel like there is almost like a slight whiff of like not pleasant smells, just ready to pounce right there if the I guess the staff and or the clients are not there to be ready to clean up, and I think that smell always to me symbolizes that threshold between what we can actually do for them. Like, we can clean, using hygienic products, but at the same time, there's only so much that can be done, and, you're almost covering up a scent as opposed to really taking care of it. What's causing the scent itself, I guess, almost like perfuming in an issue, I guess, some ways. Even though I have a stable job and I have an amazing family and I have a lot of great, awesome support from friends, the idea of becoming homeless seems very alien to me culturally because I'm a Latino man, Mexican American. But at the same time, you see homeless people all the time in the middle of downtown San Jose. And, I just wonder how many of them are a paycheck away. And you realize when you work with them as a case manager that a lot of them could easily be you. And not just being homeless, but a lot of the reasons that they are homeless. And a lot of the reasons are, they come from a lot of our clients come from a lot of abusive backgrounds and not a lot of support from families or families that lack education themselves, and themselves also came from very abusive backgrounds. And then, of course, the vicious cycle of abuse. So, I just feel more fortunate where I am with the home that I have. I've always felt that way, being a long-term Bay Area resident. But the most ironic thing about working as a case manager for a homeless shelter is that I am very forthright by telling them that I plan to move out as soon as possible once I graduate from school to go find better, more affordable housing, for example, in the Central Coast. And I very much recommend for my clients to do the same thing for either, emergency shelter once they run out of shelter, like Mr. O did, and or finding, rooms for rent, or even studio apartments, and possibly even one-bedroom apartments. It is a lot harder to find employment for sure, but unfortunately, I say ironically because I don't have any other solution than to have gone back to school to get my master's in clinical social worker to become a licensed therapist, which I am very much enjoying. But of course, not many people have that opportunity to do such a thing, and I count my blessings. So it's really hard to, I guess tell the client that if you save enough with a job that pays, if they're lucky, $15 an hour, maybe $17 an hour, you'll be able to afford, maybe a bedroom, maybe share it with another person. It's pretty extreme, I think. And so, like I said, it's kind of ironic that my plan is to get out of the Bay Area And honestly, I feel like a lot of times that should be the first thing I should tell my clients. But at the same time, I also want to concentrate on being positive and give them any opportunity they have to stay in the Bay Area if they want to stay.